Is it me or am I shining? Hi, I look very professional. I am back for a new video. Today we are going to talk about Lauren Asher. I think that if you've been on social media for the past 6 months, you obviously heard about her because every single person on TikTok is talking about her books. Who is Lauren Asher? I'm pretty sure she's American, but she doesn't have a Wikipedia, which I was very surprised about. She, however, has a website about her and her books, but in the About Me page there isn't very much to learn about her. So when I was doing this video, when I was prepping for this video, I was trying to find information and I just couldn't find a lot. I'm pretty sure she's American, a woman. We don't even know what she looks like. I looked on her Instagram account and she does not post picture about herself. The only picture who can represent herself is this one, which she has as her, which is kind of her logo. I mean, her brand is always represented by this picture. I really don't know who that woman is. What I do know of her, however, is that she published 2 book series that just blew up on the internet in the recent years. She started her Dirty Air series in 2020 and it just blew up in the past year. Everyone is talking about it. I decided that we will be talking about every Lauren Asher's book because I read every single one of them and I'm going to tell you everything I thought about them. Like I said, she started her career, we could say, with the Dirty Air series. She published the first one in 2020 and it is called Frodo. What is new about the Dirty Air series is that it is talking about Formula One driver. Obviously, if you follow Formula One or if you're on Netflix a little bit, you will know that since 2018 a lot of people started watching Formula One because of the Netflix series that is Drive to Survive, and the fact that Formula One was getting a bigger audience on social media and everywhere in the world. A lot of people started doing fanfic of Formula One driver, and she is one of the first authors to actually publish the book with Formula One driver as main character. You have to take a shot for every single time I said Formula One driver. I love Formula One. I grew up around it because my dad always watched it. Like, it's literally a Sunday tradition in my family. I was very intrigued when I saw Booktok recommended to me those books. I have to admit that I was very disappointed about the first book. There is 4 books. We have Frodo, Collided, Wrecked, and Redeemed, and they don't have different timeline. Frodo start there and Collided begins just after the end of Frodo. Honestly, I would recommend reading them in the right order. You'll get some spoilers, but you can still get away with reading them in whatever order you want. We're starting with Frodo and we're introduced to Maya, who does not want to have a normal career and just go to college. That's not something that interests her. She wants to be a vlogger. She decided to start a YouTube channel. She really wants to do that. She has a big little brother, I'm pretty sure he's younger than her. Her younger brother just got into a very big Formula One team, which I'm pretty sure represents Ferrari because it's well known for their bright red color. So she decided that for a year she would go with him on every single GP and that she will just post videos and do vlogs about her life in Formula One. And that's where she met Noah, who is Senti. Senti is her brother. So there is Senti, her brother, and Noah, who is his teammate and his rival because they had some race incident, and apparently they hate each other. Obviously, you know where I'm going. This book is about a brother rival slash teammate love. I didn't specify, but every single one of her books has some spice in it. It's not too much, but it's still present. I usually love a good hate-love relationship, and when the other person is just a brooding mess, but I couldn't get attached to Maya, and I couldn't. I mean, Noah was just too much for me, so yeah, I had a trouble with them. But I still decided that I would go on with the series, and I was really glad to read Collided because it is so much better. Collided is about Sophie and Leah. We are completely changing the dynamics here. It's more of a friends to lovers relationships, and they're so cute together. You can literally feel that they have so much chemistry and they just love each other from the beginning. What was great about Collided, it was based on a bucket list that Liam decided to help Sophie accomplish during the whole season. We would just travel with them during the book and live the bucket list with them. I really liked this book. It was very, very nice. I mean, if you had to read one book from this series, because there is another series, but I think if you had to read one book from this series, it would be this one. I really, really liked Collided. I feel like in the first book, Formula One had a big place in both of their life, and in the second book, there is the romance, and then there is the Formula One and the whole dynamic around it. So that might be why I liked it more. Then the third book is Wrecked. It is about Jackson and Elena. Elena is the PR in their team because Jackson is teammate with Liam from the second book. So she's his PR person, and Jackson has a very big problem with alcohol and going out and just not controlling himself. She has the mission to take care of him during the whole season. We have the forced proximity dynamics because she is literally his babysitter. She has to be with him every single day, all the time, except when he's working. My relationship with this book is very complicated. I hate it, but at the same time I love it. I don't know why I feel like this about this book. I think the major things that I liked is that Elena and Jax both have a very dark past and a lot of emotion that weigh on them every day. It's a very heavy book, and I was not expecting this because, let's be honest, the first two books, they are more light and happy. The third and fourth book, they touch very, very heavy subject, and I think it was great to do that, but I was not expecting it from what the first two books were. But honestly, Jax and Elena, you just learn to love them. I really like them. The first book is Redeem, and it is about Chloe and Santiago. Something happened to Santiago. I don't want to spoil it for people who wants to read the whole series, but something happened to him which changed a lot of things in his life and in his way of seeing life. Chloe is just looking for a biological dad, and because of that she ends up breaking into Santiago's property. That's where they met, and by some circumstances they end up pretending to his family that they are dating. So this is the fake dating trope. You can tell that in a lot of her books you find the typical trope that you would find in popular books, which, I mean, there's a lot of people that criticize books that just play into popular trope, but I think that certain tropes are popular for a reason, and not everyone can make a book good just because they are using popular trope. That's not how a book works, because it is so much more than just a trope. You have to make the whole book cohesive. You have to have your true person really have chemistry. I mean, it's always weird to say chemistry and when you're talking about books, because you cannot see the person, you cannot see how they act together, but you feel it way better than you can in a movie. I mean, that's what I think. This book has fake dating in it, and it was very well done, but it's not my favorite. The first and the last book was not my favorite. But this is all for the Dirtier series, but I heard that she was going to make a series about their children, which will be called Dirty Hair, like H-E-I-R series, I think. I'm not sure. A second series will be normally 3 books, and she already published 2 of them. It is very good. At least I think so. It's the Dreamland Billionaire series. There is 2 books for now. The Fine Print, which is the first one, and Terms and Conditions. My personal favorite is Terms and Conditions, but I know that a lot of people liked way more Rowan. We have 3 brothers. There is Carl, Declan, and Rowan. Their grandfather ends up dying, so when they come to the notaire, I don't know if it's, I don't think that's the English word. When they come to see the will, they learn that if they want to have their percentage of the family business, they have to do certain things. The business family is kind of like a Disney World thing. They have like a big attraction park where children are coming. It's literally Disney World but with a different name. Honestly, the grandpa, this was his pride and joy. He wants his grandchildren to really earn that percentage of the family business. The first book, Fine Print, is with Rowan and Zara, who always worked in the Dreamland business. I don't remember what she was. I think she was doing makeup for children or something. What the will say to Rowan is that he had to be a director for 6 months, I think. Director is the one who approves of every new attraction that goes in the park. There is creator. The creator are those who gives ideas every single week of what could be potential new attraction. And Zara ends up being chosen to be one of the creators that will work with Rowan. And we can see the whole relationship. I actually read this book for a video, so you can see my reaction. I was not in love with it. It was still nice. It's still a great book. I don't remember much. That's the problem. That actually says a lot about the book. But I remember being shocked by when they kissed. That's all I remember. In the end, you really need to read Terms and Conditions. This is such a great book. It's about Declan and Ines. Declan worked with Ines for 3 years, I think, something like that. She's been his assistant for quite a while now. He has to get married and have children, I think, to have this percentage of the family business. I think they all get 25 because the father is still alive, something like this. And something happens, so they end up marrying each other. So we are in the fake marriage trope. I just think I love the fact that Declan is the typical I don't care about her, but then if you pay attention you realize that he has done a lot, I think, for her through the whole book, and I just love this type of book. I don't know why, it just pulls something in my heart. It's every time Grumpy gets the sunshine because they just seem to have everything and they are not happy. There's going to be a 3rd book in this series for the 3rd brother, who is Carl, and I think, if my memory is correct, I think the girl will be called Alana. It is his childhood love, something like this. It's his ex, and in his will it says that he has to get in contact with her again. So I'm very intrigued by how this book is gonna go. I'm starting to wonder if I do not prefer the Dreamland Billionaire series, which is a crime because I love Linoa. I hope you like this video. Tell me if you want me to do another video about a specific author, or if you want me to review a series. I would do it gladly. Don't forget to subscribe and put a thumbs up. Bye!